Welcome back. It's that time again for your quick kickoff show for NFL Week 15. Toe that line with yours truly, the one and only Joey Nick.
It's getting ready like Phillip Rivers is, because that's what's happening in Week 15 of the National Football League. And it's it. That's all we need to know. Let's get it on. I'm not 44. I'm 33.
We'll put it like that. What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just said, "Man, this is so cool." I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like, he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, that's what happened with Indianapolis Jets. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, I'm still like, but look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then kind of make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers, a wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go.
Week 15, toeing the line. Yours truly with the loaded show here on deck, the great Joey Nick.
And dang it, we got a win last week. We're up to 10-5 on Thursday nights now. We got a lot of people interested tomorrow. Why? Because the Buccateers podcast has a Buccaneers game, and we're going to talk about it on Toeing the Line.
Let's start things off with your opening coin toss, throwing it back to a world of creamsicle with yours truly, Joey Nips.
Tails never fails. Those always keeping track at home while we piece into things here. Divisional game, Falcons at the Bucs. Bucs are -4.5 currently in the over-under 44.5. And I'm going to give you two plays on this one simply. I think Tampa Bay and the over are two plays to make. Thursday night football can be crazy, as we all know. But there's been some really good games lately, and I don't think offensively maybe it will stop too soon in this one. I think the Bucs can cover that 4.5. Atlanta will put up some points without Drake London, though. Maybe not a ton, but they'll put up some. But then the Bucs will just put up more. And that over, I think we're in for a pretty fun Thursday night battle as the Bucs want to get back on track here. And Atlanta, I mean, for as much talent as they have, adios, Raheem Morris. That's my plays. Go Tampa, go points. Who doesn't like that on a Thursday night?
Colts, Texans, Titans, and Jaguars. It's time to take a deep dive into the state of the AFC South with Joey Nibs.
Also, as you fans know, the Bucs are getting healthier, so that's another reason. But in the AFC South, the Jags are now in first. The Texans are now in second. Colts are in third with the same record as Houston, but we have a loss right now. We do play them again. And the Titans at 2-11. Hey, kudos to them on the road getting a win at Cleveland. I don't know what Cleveland was doing on that 2-point conversion. I'm debating putting that until the stop there just in case I do. But now their victory is to go to San Francisco, tough pit place, to beat a good team. Meanwhile, Jacksonville and Texans have pretty easy home games. Jets really don't know at quarterback what's going on with the injuries they have. And then Arizona, we all know Murray's been done. Jacoby's been pretty fine, but they got their ass kicked by the Rams. So then that leaves me on a hopeless, Monday looking at things, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there and JP comes up the stairs and goes, "Do you see that?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Phillip Rivers is working out for the Colts." I'm like, I don't care how it sounds, what it is. I'd rather have Phillip Rivers starting than Brett Rippon any day of the week. And even lining on a bum knee. Rivers mentally and the arm will be there. Now, go down like Manny did back in the day when you get sacked, but I'm juiced up because it's entertainment value. There's a bunch of football on Sunday, a lot of good football. But a lot of people, if Phillip Rivers gets named the starter, a lot of eyes. Because Seattle, guess what? That defense is a tough son of a, and it's not going to be easy. But I'm looking forward to it more than anything I could have thought of prior to this news. So it could get a lot worse. I'm very aware of that. But I'm ready for it to unravel one way or another, because in that small chance it's a fairy tale story, I'm all tickled up. But let's be honest, Jags, you're going to get some credit later. And Texans, you just don't allow points. You're going to stay in any football game you're in. So I can't believe how this division turned on its head. Shout out to DJ Danny Dimes. You showed a lot this year. You got hurt. RIP on the year, but hope to have you back. And that's your state of the AFC South. Jags, Texans, Colts, Titans.
It's time to get those toes on the line in an ode to Coach Gregg Schiano in Week 15 of Towing the Line.
And you know what? Fuck the committee in Alabama for getting in here. I know Notre Dame will probably join a conference, right? Easier said than done. Not really. But we got to 10 wins. We won 10 games in a row and convincingly with a decent schedule. I'm not saying it was the hardest. I'm not saying it was the easiest. In the middle of the pack. We dominated. And then Bama goes into a championship game versus Georgia, and they get their ass kicked, and they get in with 3. I'm fine with the Miami one, even though it was early in ND season with a new QB we have starting this year in Carr. But I'm really just ticked off. To me, you run the table at 10-2. You only lose to A&M and Miami, 2 teams in the playoffs. So you lost to 2 playoff teams when you were at your worst. Because they got a new quarterback, and this is what fucking happens. I'm pissed. And to be honest with you, first round of games look like dog shit. I don't even care if I see them or not. I'll start watching, sure, semifinal, final, but the first round looks like shit. That's just the bottom line. Now, I'll go to the other team in that state, in IU, because they showed a lot of freaking heart. Even the quarterback, suspect at the end of this post game. But over the line on the committee, done with them. Opinions, I get it. I can see the arguments against it too. But as a Notre Dame fan, I'm absolutely pissed. And that's how I'm going to be. I'm going to bitch about it, because every year it's going to happen. Even if we go to 16 or 18, there's always somebody on the fringe like a March Madness. But I digress. And I say, I can't really decide what is more stupid. I'm going to let you all decide at home. Like I said earlier, Stefanski being down 2 points, to get the 2 points to take the win. Shador leads him down the field. He takes his quarterback out and he runs a wildcat. What are you doing? You look like shit. It would totally failed because why not? You don't take a quarterback out in the biggest play of the game. You can't limit yourself like that. You just can't. Or is the basketball NBA regular season cups the worst? I mean, even in fantasy, they can't keep up with the schedule. Our transaction amount keeps changing based off of, how long the week's going to be, how many games are played. It's like a couple of games a night, Tuesday, Wednesday. All the teams eliminated. You never know when they're playing. Just a lot of confusion. I get it for the players. You make some money. But by golly, geez, I'm not going to cross the line. I'm just going to let the fans decide what they think is more dumb. Is Stefanski 2-point try without a QB or the NBA regular season cup? Right now, I'm leaning Stefanski because it's more fresh in my head. But that's for you all to decide. That's towing the line because I'm not raising the blood pressure today. I'm not going to turn super red. That's how pissed. Like my shirt. Both suck. Shirt's red. I don't want to do it. Towing the line for week 15.
It's time to get out a sweet treat and take a little bit of a Sunday bite with your host, Joey Nips.
Getting a new pair of shades because, wow, these ones look bad, old, and whatever. But, hey, shout out. They lasted a long time. You know why I'm putting on that? Because the small Sunday goes to the Steelers. They end up beating the Ravens. Tomlin gave a little, piece. He knows. He hears the talk. Rodgers said it too. I'd be annoyed too. Listen, this guy's done a lot for that town. I get it. It's been mediocre a lot. But some franchises would be dying to have what they have, and I get it. Maybe it's run its course, but Tomlin continues to produce in that division, and he's still on top of it. So got to give him a little treat there. He deserves it. And then the big one, 2 teams get it, one from each conference. The Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears in Sunday Night Football. Huge. Now they're in first alone. And then Jacksonville beat Indy, as we just talked about, with the Jones injury. And just, we can't win there in 10 years, the Colts. Now 11. Absolutely terrible. But Jacksonville, shout out good coaching on defense. The coordinator, he might be a name that starts to come up. He gets a lot of turnovers, and he runs a good show there. And when Lawrence doesn't turn it over, they run the ball well always, led by ETN. So if you don't turn it over, it's a success story. So sadly, the Jaguars get a big treat. So I'm not going to do it just because I don't like a team. They deserve it. They're in first place, and so is Green Bay, and so is Pittsburgh. That's why they all got them. Looking on to this week. Preview of a Super Bowl matchup do we have this Sunday? A lot can be crazier out there, folks. Green Bay is at Denver. I am looking to give that a massive scoop because to me, do I think it's a Super Bowl preview? Probably not. But it's 2 really good defenses. And Jordan Love on the road. Can the Broncos score points? It's going to be very fascinating to see. That's a massive treat. And then just slightly smaller, when you get the 2 scoops, this will get 1.5 scoops here between Detroit and the Rams. Yes, it's Stafford, old stomping grounds. But there's a lot on the line for Detroit every single week they play. They have to look at 2 teams at 8-5. Unbelievable at 8-5 you have to be doing that. But here they are, and they got to win on the road against maybe the best team in football. Stay tuned, but those will be your Sunday treats on this Sunday.
It's time to get on those gloves to get your hands dirty and close things out for Week 15 NFL Quick Kickoff Show, towing the line with the one and only, with the host himself, Joey Nips.
Yep, and I'm just going to talk about what's going to be going down for me personally, Sarah. I'm going to enjoy it all. First off, Army and Navy. Shout out to all those that serve all over in many different units of combat outside of Army and Navy, but shout out to all of them. But we we'll be meeting up, Tones of the Pods amongst many others. 2:00 game. Shout out to my uncle Red Eyes. We do Red Eyes pick him on the Saturday show in his honor because he was in the Navy. Good mix Army Navy. It's fun. We're not going crazy over it. It's a good time. So that will be first. And then second, John Cena's final match ever in the WWE. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, John Cena, whether it's a movie, a commercial, a TV show, or wrestling. He's known. He does a lot of podcasts. He's been on Rogan this week, a bunch of others, and night shows, morning shows. What? But it's going to be against Gunther, and it's going to be on the the Cock Network. And, man, it's going to be all to him. He's even set this show up, and I'm just, after 25 years damn near of service, this will be that. And it's interesting, right? I get 44-year-old Phillip Rivers back. Cena's on his way out. I love this nostalgia shit. People that know me love that. I'm old school that way. Let's go out and bang this week, and let's have some fun. It's week 15. A lot of teams are still left. I looked at the standings today. There's not a lot of these eliminated. Sure, the Titans, not even the Bengals, though, are eliminated with 4 wins, but there's 4, 5, 6 teams. But there's still a lot of teams fighting. I saw your press conference today, Joe Burrow. Keep that head up. And let's toe that line, baby. Let's have a great weekend. Everybody be safe. Everybody be sound. And if you can't see me, you can't see the end of the show.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Cove's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Cove! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just say, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball here. First NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's so cool to see. It was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, dang, nothing happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, was still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make it do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers of wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go.